What's up guys, Sowerz here, and today I'm bringing a Call of Duty Ghosts question and answer video like I said I would in the video yesterday. And I'll try and go through as many questions as I can in this video. Kind of like the last one where I kind of didn't really stop talking, but I'll try to do that in this one and get through as many as I can. It'll be some that are kind of like different to what I answered yesterday, so I tried to get some unique ones. And the first question is from Ross Mackham on YouTube, and he asks, is search and rescue, that when you grab your teammates' tags, where do they spawn? And when I played this yesterday, it seems like when you collect a tag, they spawn instantly, your teammate spawns instantly at our base, which I'm not so sure if that's good or not, because I guess if you're in like a 3v1 and you kill one, and then when say if you come across two people, if you killed one and they get the tag and you kill the other guy, that means one of his teammates has spawned up in the base, so you have no idea where they've gone. I think it's going to make for some weird situations, which might be a bit random, search and rescue with that. So whether that'll be competitive or not, I'm not so sure, but would need testing. But yeah, that's what happens with that. Next question from YouTube again. Croatian Bear asks, is there a dedicated server browser? And as far as I know, there's only dedicated servers on the Xbox One. What they're for, I'm not so sure. It might just be for clan wars. It might be for private matches. Nobody really knows specifically what they're for yet. So I guess we'll see when that gets released. But what I do know is that the Xbox One has 300,000 servers compared to the 15,000 360. So there's no doubt there's going to be a lot less stress on every server, and it will make a better online experience on the Xbox One. And like I've said on Twitter already, this game is brilliant online as well. Infinity Ward titles always have been. But yeah. Next question from Twitter was from @vbizzer1, and he asked, what's the best SMG and the best AR? And from my experience, I'm still trying to figure that out. I mean, for me, the SMGs, which obviously I've been using a lot more than the ARs, at the moment I'm preferring the MTAR with the red dot and grip, and the Vector with the it's attachment that makes the range better on the gun and grip. So I'm using 9 sight on the Vector. And the grip on this game definitely makes a difference, a massive difference, because when you're not using the grip, you kind of see the recoils a bit, it's going up steadily, but when you put a grip on, it definitely makes the gun a lot more stable. It's not just a subtle thing where you think, oh, you can't really tell the difference. You can definitely tell the difference with a grip on this game, and it's not so much that there's no recoil, it just takes out the randomness in the recoil. It's a lot more consistent, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable to play with the gun, because it's a more consistent gun. If you miss a shot, you miss a shot. It's as simple as that. There's no recoil factors getting in the way from that, which personally I prefer. I prefer having no recoil on guns, and I think it's more skillful. People say recoil is skillful, but why is randomness in a gunshot making things skillful? I don't see the point in that. So grip for me is a great attachment, and it's worked on SMG. So for me, the Vector and the MTAR are the best. Other people prefer different guns, but them two are the more versatile SMGs. You can use them at range. They're kind of like the Modern Warfare 2 UMP, like I said in the other video. That's the kind of gun I like, a gun where for all situations you can kind of challenge. Best AR, there's quite a few. There's one called the SA805, I think it might be, which is kind of like, it reminds me of like the ACR of Modern Warfare 2, and actually no, yeah, I'd say Modern Warfare 2 ACR. It's a tiny bit weaker than a Modern Warfare 3 one, but it's quicker fire rate and it doesn't recoil much. But then there's the Remington, which is like, it kind of reminds me of the M16 and the Modern Warfare 3 ACR, in terms of the gun looks like the M16 and it sounds like it, but the actual, the gun sounds like a Modern Warfare 3 ACR, and it's fully automatic as well, but it's a really meaty gun. It's got 24 bullets in a clip, so it's not that many, but it drops people very quick, and it's not so much, because the rate of fire is slower, it's not like something where it's stupidly overpowered, but for me the Remington's been the best one that I've used. Obviously the MSBS has been a lot of discussion about that, which is the burst gun, and from what I've seen up close, it's, whenever I've picked one up and used it, it's almost a consistent one bomb every time. And I did say in the other video that it was a one bomb machine and a joke, but at long range it's not always a one bomb, it's 2 or 3 bursts. Medium range, I'd say you can one bomb quite a lot with it, so I think that's the only gun really that needs looking at, whether it needs banning or not at the moment. But they're the kind of best guns. Hopefully that's answered that for you. And next question kind of leads on from that, from Python EXEG on YouTube, and he asks, more AR or SMG dominated is Call of Duty Ghosts? And for me, so far, I can't really say what that is, whether it is AR or SMG dominated. It depends on the game types. If it's splits, then it'll be SMG dominated, I believe, because Blitz is going to be fast paced, more about sneaking to the enemy base, getting around the map quickly, whereas assault rifles are going to be more suited to a game mode like Demolition, but that's not in the game, or Domination. And Domination for me just looks terrible in this game. the spawns just seem to be so random. But even saying that, I think ARs at the moment, long range, are very powerful. I think medium range, the Vector and the MTAR definitely can, keep up with ARs, most definitely. And I think, in general, I think SMGs do look really strong. But mainly the Vector and MTAR. I think it'll come to the point where every team might have one SMG that's kind of like a pure OBJ, and is going to run like a short range SMG. But the MTAR and Vector is kind of like hybrid guns, I think, and I think they could end up being popular. But when you pick the game up, you'll think, hang on, assault rifles are so powerful, but when you use an MTAR and a Vector, you kind of see the range on them as well. They're really, really good at range, so it's kind of hard to tell. You can't really say until competitive game types are released, but both classes are very strong. And like I said in the last video, Modern Warfare 2 is the best comparison of this game. SMGs are very strong at range. Assault rifles are very strong as well. But in general, I kind of think that with this game, it's not going to be dominated by ARs, and I don't think it'll be dominated by SMG. I think it'll just be a balance depending on the game types. I guess we'll see on that one. I can't really say, but SMGs are very. I'm very much enjoying SMG, and I think they'll be a big part of the game. I won't be surprised to see if there was 3 SMGs. Even though the ARs are very strong, SMGs are so versatile in this game, which I think makes for a much better gameplay to watch. When you see 3 SMGs running around with versatile gameplay where you can hit long shots, short range as well, rather than it being 3 ARs where people are just sat in buildings holding areas. I think hopefully SMGs do come out on top, and I think they will. Next question is on YouTube from Punisher. He asks, is there anything similar to League Play? Now, I haven't seen anything like League Play where it's got like Master Division and all that, but Clan Wars is the thing that seems to be getting advertised most by Infinity Ward, and I don't know much about that. I mean, obviously Clan Wars is kind of their alternative, and they're kind of pushing that towards the eSports aspect. Treyarch did actually release a video the other day saying they've got a broadcaster mode and eSports rule thing, so they're obviously putting a lot of work into eSports still. It's just not on the game yet. I'm expecting it to be on the Xbox One version of the game, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'd say, for all of you who love League Play, I love League Play, and I stream a lot, like I say, and I do want something like that so I can keep streaming that kind of gameplay. Obviously on release I'll be streaming publics, probably reviews and stuff, but playing League Play reviews is good, and in general kind of gives you a competitive environment to play in. And so, if you're kind of worried if there's going to be League Play or anything along those lines, I wouldn't be. I think there most definitely will be in Clan Wars. Looks like it's going to be that kind of style of thing for the Call of Duty Ghosts game. Next question on Twitter was from I don't know how you say that, Connor1, Eon Connor1, I think that's what it is. He says, is there any LAN lobbies and spectator mode like CODcaster? And I kind of mentioned this a bit ago in this video, that CODcaster is called Broadcaster mode now, and it will be released in the near future. I'm expecting it to be on the Xbox One version again, which is obviously in 2 or 3 weeks, and it'll probably come with a patch on the 360 as well, soon after or around the same time. But other than that, like I said in my video yesterday, LAN lobbies look kind of like, the settings are kind of the same as private matches on Modern Warfare 3 really. They're not very detailed, but there's a lot of options with classes where you're not going to have to change your classes all the time at LAN, so it's going to be really good in terms of that sense. So the next question comes from Sub to Jinx on YouTube, and he asks, are you changing to Xbox One when it comes out, and what will be the first event on Call of Duty Ghosts? Now, the first event is iSeries 50, the winter event, and that's at the end of November. So if any of you guys are looking to try and make a mark straight away on Call of Duty Ghosts, I definitely recommend going to iSeries if you're a UK player. I believe the first event in America is MLG. I'm not sure, I think it's Columbus, and I'm not sure if that's on the same weekend as iSeries, but I'm sure they're pretty close. But yeah, so the Xbox One first event, in fact no, yeah, just the first Call of Duty Ghosts event is iSeries, but Xbox One I think they'll be next year around March, February time, in terms of the first events for that. But yeah, iSeries 50, make sure you look that up. All the top teams will be there, I'll be there, so make sure you say hi if you're there. And yeah, it's going to be a great event to try and make your mark on Call of Duty Ghosts, and obviously MLG Columbus if you're American. But yeah, when am I changing over to Xbox One, and when will the community, I guess? And I think that'll be around February, maybe even January, because I think these 2 events at the end of November, iSeries and MLG, are the last 2 that are kind of major tournaments. That'll be on the Xbox 360. I think after that, Gfinity, from what I know, moving to the Xbox One straight away next year. MLG, same thing with them. They've signed a deal, I'm pretty sure. I heard with Activision and stuff, and Xbox. So, that'll be all Xbox One, and obviously Call of Duty Championships starts early next year in terms of qualifying. So, yeah, Xbox One, you want to be getting them around February at the latest. And another question here form subjinx again. I just thought this was kind of a different one. And it says, are there any proficiency things on the guns? Which I'm guessing you mean attachments. And yeah, it's kind of, I'll kind of describe the perk system. It's not the same as Black Ops 2, but it's similar. It's kind of like a point system, but your gun doesn't count as a point. It might do actually, but it kind of is similar. But you kind of, if you have like 15 points and you get to spread them on whatever you want. So basically, you could end up having like 7 perks and nothing else, I think, and just a knife if you wanted to. So obviously there was a limit on Ghost with on Black Ops 2 with that, because you had to get wildcards and stuff. But it's a pretty good system, and there is a lot of attachments on this game. Kind of like different ones we haven't seen before, like ones that stop the flash from the gun, which kind of increases the accuracy and stops the flash. When you shoot a gun on the Call of Duty, it's like a flash at the end of the gun. There's something that removes that, which is it's obviously new, and some other new things as well. But yeah, just answered a few questions there. Once again, this might sound edited, I did say in the last one, because I've still got a cold. And I kind of, towards the end, struggled to talk. I'm still struggling to talk right now, so if it sounds edited, that is why. I've kind of got a bit of a cough still. Anyway, yeah, so I will be uploading lots of gameplays. I've got some very good gameplays to upload, action-packed, like I said on Twitter. And yeah, I can't wait to upload them. I'll kind of probably do a commentary as the game's going on, kind of analysing each gun, because I've gone to upload tomorrow morning where I go absolutely huge. Make sure you guys watch that. A lot of stuff happens, and if you guys are waiting for it to come on the Tuesday, I think that's a gameplay that'll get you hyped, so hopefully look forward to that. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, I will be uploading tomorrow. I'll see you in that video. Please drop it a like if you found this one helpful. I'm really struggling to talk right now, but yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Take it easy.